Greetings, this is Superintendent A. Russell Hughes. This is your September monthly update. We've already been in school for several weeks. It has been a great start as usual. We love when students come back to school. We love having them in school. This place is not the same without students. So students, thank you for making our lives a great place to be a part of your success, to be a part of this community. Parents, thank you for your support. We know that the beginning of school is different. There are a lot of challenges, a lot of new things that come about, new routes, new roads, new businesses, new teachers, new systems, and we want to thank all of you for the work you're doing. I want to just say thank you to all of our administrators, all of our teachers, all our support personnel for making this start of a year another what we call epic. Excellence, professionalism, innovation, collaboration. Understand this. That does not come without challenges. That does not come without some innovations. That does not come without here and there some issues. But EPIC says we can work them out together. They will be worked out, and we'll make sure in the end we all are part of what EPIC really is. Remarkable. Can't happen without all the stakeholders, all the tiers of leadership, all our community members, support people. We thank you, we appreciate you, and I'm proud to be the superintendent of this, I believe, one of the best school districts in the state of Florida, if not the country. We have data to prove that through our assessments, number 3 in the state of Florida again. We're excited about that. And listen, we're headed to number 1. We're going to do it together. We're all going to be proud. We're going to work towards it together and make sure it happens for our community, for our district, and most importantly, for the best students in the country. I believe that. I stand on that, and I say it all the time, and I believe I have evidence to prove so. Well, let me tell you a few things about this month. It is September, and we start the first day of September with a half day. It is early release for students. It's professional development day for our teachers and staff. We want to make sure we stay with cutting-edge strategies and practices, making sure we're ready for the best students in the world, being innovative, staying in front of things when it comes to the best practices when it comes to this great profession. So September 1 is a half day for students, professional development for our teachers and staff, which means also Monday, September 4th is Labor Day. No school. I want to remind you, enjoy your families. Make sure if you go to the beach, you pay close attention to the flags and those things that our community always makes us aware of. We thank our other support agencies, the Sheriff's Department, EMS, and all EOC who work so hard to make sure that the school is what it needs to be when it comes to safety. Our students know what they need to know when it comes to making sure they're doing what we need to do in schools and in our community. Thank you so much for the work you do. Wednesday, September 6th, listen to this, midterm reports go out. Every 3.5, 4 weeks, you need to hear something from the schools, either a midterm report or a report card. We make sure that we have those intervals so parents can stay aware and stay engaged with the performance of students. That's our time. That's our time to notify you of the work we're doing, the great work your students are doing, and the challenges your students may have. We have students with challenges. We have students with exceptionalities. That doesn't scare us in Walton County School District. We're going to take care of every child. We're going to make sure they're successful, and that's part of it. So September 6th, midterm reports go out. Look for those reports coming home with your students. September 10th through 16th is National Arts and Education Week. We have some phenomenal art programs, fine arts programs, all kind of art programs in the Walton County School District. That's what we're talking about with the whole child. If they want to do art, we want them involved. If they want to be in band, we want them involved. If they want to be in chorus, ROTC, whatever it is, we want to make sure we have students have access to whatever they need to be successful. We're going to give them the opportunity to do so, and we understand that. Albert Einstein himself said, logic will get you from A to B. Hear this. Imagination will take you everywhere. We want students who use their imagination about where they're going to go, what they're going to do with their lives, what they can do with the community and the world. I really believe that we have students who are going to impact the world. We have teachers who are impacting the world right now, staff members who are impacting the world right now, because we want to do great things for children. So listen, that is September 10th through September 16th, National Arts and Education Week. September 8th is National Literacy Literacy Day. We believe in reading. We have all kinds of things that children can read that are fun. Some are serious, some are science, and we want them to read all the time. It's important. Let me say this to parents. If you want to help us with your children, make sure your children are reading at least 20 minutes a night. Okay, 20 minutes a day. Make them read, allow them to read, and then you ask them certain questions about what they've read. That deals with the comprehension of students. That allows you to hear your students read, allow your elementary students to read out loud to you. That lets you know they have the intonations, they have the flow. So make sure that you stay engaged. That's a part of our success. We want everyone to be a part of the great education that's happening in Walton County School District. Nelson Mandela said this: education is the most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. Our children, our students, our community, our teachers and staff, we believe that we can change the world with great children that we have access to on a daily basis. Parents, help us with that. Students, you make sure you read. You make sure that you are a reader, all right? Because readers make leaders. I've heard that somewhere before. Well, September 11th, that is Patriot Day. We will always remember what happened on September 11th. It is Remembrance Day. We will never forget what happened in our country on that day. Let's remember that day. Let's remember what it is to us, what it means to us, and how awesome it is for us to live in this free country. We will always protect it. We will always be unified in it. It is the United States of America. And I'm so glad we're in our country, and I'm so glad we have an opportunity to impact our country through students, a community that embraces it. We love it, and never shall we forget. Well, for our teachers, faculty, and staff, I want you to understand this. Open enrollment for the Walton County School District, it ends September the 8th. Let's make sure, if you need to go to open enrollment, change things when it comes to your insurance and medical perspective and status, it needs to be done by September the 8th. I want everyone to make sure you make that happen because we care about you. I want to say, while we're talking about that, thank you to my wonderful, great board. They always support our staff and give what they need to give to make sure we have everything we need. They're continuing and have continued to take 100% of our insurance, pay 100% of our insurance. Thank you, board, for the work you do. This is a part of that to make sure that you have what you need. So September the 8th is the closure of open enrollment. All right, hear this. Sports and athletic events are in full swing in the Walton County School District and, of course, all over our country. Football, cross country, golf, cheerleaders who support that, band who support those events, volleyball, all of you are a part of what, again, we mean when it comes to the whole child. We want you to be great in the classroom, but we also want you to be epic on the field, on the court, while playing instruments. We want you to be great in everything you do. Thank you, parents who encourage your children to make sure they're involved in extracurricular activities. We support them and we are proud of all of them. I want to say to all of our athletes, all of our extracurricular participants, you always represent Walton County School District and your superintendent. There is not a place we're going to visit, compete, or play that we're not going to be epic, excellent, professional, innovative, and collaborative. Team sports, a great way to show everyone that you know how to work with whomever is in your community. I want you to understand the world can learn from our students, our teachers, our leaders in the Walton County School District because we believe in togetherness. We believe in being family. Everywhere we go, wherever it is, cheering and in the band, volleyball, cross country, golf, football, whatever we're competing in, we are family and we're going to be, yes, epic, remarkable. We're going to be extraordinary. So you go, do what you've been coached to do. Hear this, always give your best. Give it all you have. You have signed up and connected with this sport because you want to be involved. Make sure while you're involved, you give every ounce of your effort. Make sure you don't have to be coached to do your best. Do your best. I'll be out to watch you. Well, when we talk about sports, homecoming is exciting for high schools. I'm so glad we live in the communities we live in because we can still experience homecoming, the aura of homecoming. It is a great environment. South Walton High School and Freeport High School, their homecomings are September 29th. The South End and Freeport area schools will have a half day. Yes, thank you for the board. Thank you to the board for allowing us to do that. It's a great opportunity for the community to stay engaged and involved with what's going on at school. So homecoming, September 29th, both all of our South Walton High School and Freeport High School, and of course all of our feeder pattern schools, you get to support those teams with a half day. So we're proud of you all. Y'all do well. Make sure, students, that you're on your best behavior, because I want to always be able to do this in our community. You make it happen. You make me proud. Let's make sure we keep doing that. When we talk about all of our schools, listen, when it comes to all of our public schools and our public charter schools that I'm indirectly involved in, oversight-wise, we have over 12,000 students in our schools. First time we've exceeded that number since I've been superintendent. Maybe the first, well, no doubt, the first time ever we've exceeded 12,000 students. We had a 2% increase, and we know, we feel it, we have seen it, and we're so glad to embrace that. So we are growing right here in Walton County. Glad you're a part of it. I'm so glad to be here. Also, I want to say this. We know that testing is a part of education. Testing is where we get our assessments. Testing is where we get our ranking. Fast testing has already begun pre-K through 12. Parents, do me a favor. Make sure that you talk to your students about staying engaged, doing their best, showing the state what they know. It also gives us an opportunity to collect that data and advise teachers on how they can be innovative, what practices and strategies they can put in place to make sure that children grow. We want every child after 180 days in school in the Walton County School District to grow 180 days worth of gain, all right? A year's worth of gains. That is important to us. That's how the state measures us. That's how we measure ourselves. Parents, make sure you tell students to do their best, because we want to be spot on. We want to make sure that we know what students need, what students need, what their desired outcome is, and how we can get them to that place, and assessment is part of that. While I'm talking about assessment, let me say this. Parents, it's important for students to be in school. I mean, you think about it. A student that is in secondary, they have 6 to 7 classes a day. If they miss an hour of instruction 3 days during a 9 weeks period, they've missed 21 hours of instruction. Okay? We want to make sure that our students, our parents understand how important it is for students to be in school every day. I'm going to say this to you now. I say this to all of my teachers and our staff members. We're having school every day. We're not coming to school playing games. We're not coming, and we do play games as we learn, but it's not some free day. We're working every day because your students are important to us. We honor the fact that we have an opportunity to educate children, and we take full advantage of that every day. I want to encourage you to make sure that your children are in school as many days as possible. We don't want them in school when they're sick. But if they're not sick and something very, very serious, we want them in school because we have a lot going on. Our teachers have a lot planned for them, and we want them to have every day an opportunity to be successful in every area, every unit, every school set, every skill set that they have, every content area. We want them to be involved in every standard that we present. So make sure they're there. We're counting on you. You are an active part of this educational success, and a part of that is making sure children are in school every day. Let me say this when we talk about children in school. I've said this, and we've done pretty well with bus drivers, but I still need about 10 bus drivers. If you can help me, I challenge anyone. It's a great job, 100% benefits, guaranteed 4 hours a day, pay-wise. We start you off with $20.20. I'm telling you, we have some jobs that you can do 8 hours a day. It's a combination job where you can work in the school part of the day, drive the bus part of the day. It's not just a 4 hour day. If you want an 8 hours a day job, we have that job for you. I challenge just 10 people. We have 80,000 people living in Walton County, and I want 10, just 10 to say, you know what, Superintendent, I'm going to help you out. I'll drive a bus. I'll make sure students aren't standing on the side of the road late in the morning and in the afternoon waiting on the school sidewalks to get home, because I'm going to play an active part. If we can get 10, our buses won't be crowded. You can help us out. I'm telling you, it's a great job. We want you. All you have to do is call the district office, 850-892-1100, and ask for transportation. Let me say that again, 850-892-1100. Ask for transportation, and I'm telling you, they'll help you get there. We'll make it happen. You can be a great part of the solution not complaining, but solution by saying, I'll sign up, I'll be a bus driver, and we'll welcome you in. Let me say this, we always like to take care of our students. And it is important that students get a balanced meal every day. Free breakfasts are for some schools. These schools are as follows: Mossy Head School, Mount Saunders Elementary, and the Y Center. They have free breakfast for our students, regardless of free or reduced status. Okay, free, reduced, or paid status. Free breakfast for those schools. Make sure parents, you encourage those students to eat. Those parents who hear their children say, well, I don't want to eat at school, make sure they eat a breakfast, and that's why we have this. This is some things that comes through the government, and we appreciate that because we want every child to eat, because we know that children won't learn if they're hungry. I'm not a good learner when I'm hungry. So I want to make sure that every child, even if they're not at these schools, get breakfast. They start the school day off right by eating. Well, that's all I have today. I'm excited again. We'll see you next month. God bless you all. Have a wonderful month.